Hello and welcome. Right, I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to get these corner swishes done, then I'm going to set this going on here. I've set the sugar beet harvester going on the fields, and I haven't set the other one yet. Yeah, well, I'm not worried. But I am going to go into a time because I've also got to go to the shop as well. I've got that job to do. I promised we would, and we will. So yeah, it's quite a lot of work for us to do. But yeah, we are on a roll. I'm quite pleased with all of the last few sessions, to be truthful. I've done quite well because it's all been work. Hence the monster. I've chatted quite a bit though. Yeah, I have. I've just looked in editing at all of those last few sessions, and there's quite a few little chatty spots as well. So it's not all work, just where I've done monster time lapses, and then that's all we've got to show for it is just time lapse. I'm not. I like doing the time lapses for the work, especially bigger ones. You can sometimes get away with one not being a time lapse for a smaller map, but when you've got a session like this, it would be 2.5 hours long if I did this, and I do like to show the work. So I always sort of go for the transparency and the block by an object. Of course, you're blocked by an object. How could I? Would I think that you would not be blocked by an object at some point? The session that I see, don't see that. It is a wonderful session. Right, well, okay, in that case, let's who immediately switches their lights off. Immediately. Do you know, it's just terrible. Right, where are we? Right, well, you're finished anyway, right? I haven't set going, and sugar. Oh my, look, you've not done a thing. I set that off literally ages. Oh, it has. It's just not. Yeah. Oh my life, Gordon Bennett. If you can't work out that all you needed to do was to like go over here like this, it's so strange that it has the capability of doing this. And all of them are programmed that I can reverse. And people think AI is going to rule the world. So we in Farm Simulator know that this is not the case. Even from the brilliant Courseplay team, it's still. And trust me, they've had years of experience. So you switch the lights off, they can't even keep the lights on. That's how unintelligent they are. Mind you, it is, as that old saying goes, coming from a IT background, I'm not knocking for the sake of knocking. It is an old. Oh, it's done it again. Courseplay is really doing a weird. Or did I not do this one? This is, yeah, it's struggling on the. Now, if that can't manage with its horsepower, well, how do you know this is a bit of a beast? It should, but it's going to be tough. But it's going to pull the harvester. There we go. That's it. That's all we need. We do need this one in a minute, actually, to pop down to the shop. But let's set that go first. Not sure, actually, thinking about it. I don't think I did set this one. No, so this one may actually be me. So let's have a look. 462. And let's set that going. See, I've not created the thing. If we go out of this and go down, it will tell me it's just, I thought it was the biggie. Yeah, we've not got one for this field, have we? So that's not been done. I did do quite a bit of moving around actually at the end of the session, so I'm not yet surprised I didn't do something. Yeah, we'll try that. It's a fairly big field. We did sugar beets on it last year, so 462 save course activate at 13.8 meters, and it has actually got the course. Can you work that out? But you're inside the field. You're not doing anything stupid, are you? No, but you need to be unloaded. Right, okay then. Of course you do. Right, let's grab this. Right, I'm going to say my words. It's just another session where everything goes wrong, and you've got to be the gopher and the go-between because all of these needy workers. Oh, this is. Oh no, no, you are right. Yeah, you are on the outside. It should be all right actually, because it's quite a long way away that you can go with these. Right, I'm going to leave that there. It's in the middle of the field. That's not a bad place. You're busy. We need to go down to the shop. You've got one right next to your field. That might get it blocked. It might. This is really tight, actually. I didn't realise how far back that was. But I suppose we shouldn't go past that without actually doing a load. Yeah, we would still need a shed load of water. Right, curtain cider. Let's get cracking. Right, so I'm going to say my words. We've got. Did I take the two? No, I did. Yeah, I got this prepped yesterday. I took all of the. I think. Yeah, I did. I remember. Yeah, I did it with the Merlot. I remember it now. I did get him ready, and then thought, yeah, I need the reach of the Merlot to get inside to get the fertilizer at the back. Okay, and can I remember the? I can. Wow, that surprises me. So I'm loving this. I'm trying to use the side panel more, so I apologise for me keep opening the F tools. I've had the side panel for absolutely forever, and I only use it for about 6 or 7 things. And I thought, what is the point of having such a brilliant bit of kit if you're not going to use it properly? So with this gamepad, it's not an Xbox one, it's a PS one, and it doesn't show a lot of the commands. So it's basically, for some reason, the side panel has become the most important, the primary gamepad, which I don't mind because it's sort of two birds, one stone. I can now really concentrate on making it like using it properly. So yeah. Right. Anyway, yes, it's me extending the session length because I'm chatting. It's true, right? I'm gonna say my words. I'm gonna see you guys and gals on the other side. coming out of the time lapse. I'm not sure we're going to get up the next hill. This seems to really be struggling. I don't seem to recall they struggled like this last time. We did bring the TLX last time. I know I said about bringing the cab over, but I thought, oh, no, TLX can manage it. I'm not sure it can now. It's perhaps 80 tons of pig food is not allowed in a lorry. But I would have thought, to be honest, basic physics is the fact that it's supported by wheels. It's not actually carrying 80 tons. If it was, then it really would. It's using the structure of the vehicle to offset that. We're never going to make this hill. That's much more severe. So this nerfing of horsepower, I am right. I'd need something like the more power mod to double my horsepower because of the nerfing of horsepower. Because now this lorry, I think with 585 horsepower, I think it's 600 horsepower. So in the game, this is stronger, more powerful than any of the normal lorries that Giants do. So this would mean that if the TLX Phoenix is struggling at 585, we might have upgraded it. I think I left it on this Let's Play at 585. I think you upgraded it. It was low to begin with, but we might make it. It's 1 mile an hour. It's a very severe hill. Doesn't like you changing direction, but we're going to have to. Once it's under steam, it really doesn't. It seems to badly affect speed. Almost like it loses all forward motion, but we've got an awful lot of forward motion at the minute. Sorry, car, but there's not a lot we can do. The hill is the hill. Yeah, I thought as much. I thought we were going to reach 0. Right. I think we should swap. We should grab the cab over with 1800 horses and see if that fares any better. And I've got to be honest, in real life, are there any cab overs? That's what I'm trying to say. This is a meaty beast. This would be seen as quite a... Let me just check. Let's do it on camera. So I don't like there to be... I may be wrong. I frequently am. Let's yeah, I'm not some new trucks. It's 1800. 485. Oh, sorry, it's wrong by yeah, wrong by 100 horsepower. It's the 485, not 585. It's still nearly 500 horses. It's a bit of a beast, or should be a bit of a beast, but obviously now not so much. Let's go and grab the cab over. Beautiful. It managed that field on its own, and that's a point. Is the harvester still going? Because I can't see anything about. Can't see its Oh, I can. It's there. AI worker fill level 44%. Weird. I had a blind moment. One of those moments when you just can't see for looking, because I wasn't looking in the right place. Right. Okay. So cab over. We did start his engine too. Let's grab that. We should have a bit of breathing space, but to be honest, I would imagine that's pretty much filled. This thing, it's hard to stop it. It's like a wild animal. So if anything's gonna do it, it's this with 1800 horses. So it's like 4 times, or no, if we say 5, yeah, almost 4 times the power of that. As close as you can get. That's a fairly good. There's a little bit of cleanup to do on that. I was hoping to do the straw, but yeah, it looks like things have transpired against me, as they frequently do, and we've got to do, as I always say this, the farm itself makes the work for you, really, doesn't it? And sometimes things like this, you can have sessions where, yeah, it just all could go into the PGA turnaround and good, the car finally overtook, wink wink, basically disappeared because the player went too far away. Fantastic. Now then, check for a car coming down. Nope. Now then, let's have a look, shall we? Adam's Kong. I think this little beast has got it. Ooh, we're going. Ooh. Whoa. It's lifting it into. We did say this about this hill. It's one of the most severe hills. The weight is pushing the back of the thing, which means that the front wheels are not gripping the roads. Sometimes. That's more of a design thing. It's lifting the front wheels, which means the power finger is dimensions are not quite right. I'm trying my best not to point the finger up like somebody who I've got an awful lot of respect for. Yeah. Oh, come on. You can do it. Come on. It's not, you've got no power because your wheels aren't touching the ground. But I've got to be honest, the hill's a bit severe too. I would imagine in real life there are certain hills that are an absolute nightmare for lorries. And this could well be one of them. It's a very... Actually, I don't know. I've seen worse hills than this. Oh, yeah, much worse hills than this. Yeah, there's a road when we went to Wales when I was a kid. Rhino Pass. It's got a near vertical. I have never seen a hill like it. It's a clutch killer. It really is. I know this because it killed my family's clutch when I was a kid. And so the new clutch fitted on the Renault that we'd gone on holiday with. Oh my life, this is painful. The TLX was a better design for yes, this must be slightly taller on the... Mind you, we didn't get this far up the hill, so you can't really say that. It's making more forward than back. Another few feet and I think we'll start to go normally. This is sort of like the brow of the brow. So it should start to grip and go forwards. I do like it in a way. I know I'm a geek like that. I'd love to see the physics working. See, I was right. It's now going forward more as the wheels press down a little bit because we've crested the brow. Never have I seen such a struggle with 80 tons of pig food. Why did I do it at the back? Because of reversing in. I realised I put it all at the front. I thought you can't get the front down that aisle. I thought you're going to have to reverse backwards. I thought it needs to be at the back. So from that point onwards, you've got to think the whole job through, haven't you, really? And also experience begins to speak to you if you listen to it about, like, oh yeah, this is going to go there, and you've got to start to see the whole job. And to begin with, I did it like as you do, you're just not thinking about the job, and then I thought, oh, hang on a minute, this is going to reverse down that thing, and if it's at the front, it's not going to get half of it. I mean, I don't think we've tried doing the curtain cider. Yes, the curtain, I did briefly try the curtain to shorten it. It was like ramming the pallets. I thought, no, leave it alone. Fantastic. Now I think we're going to go in the field because it's a little bit tight. Someone's left the header trailer, because it's the trailer for a header, even though it's not a header trailer. And also the blue thing I think might be a bit of a struggle. So I've got to be honest, if this isn't like affecting the Adamscon 1800 horsepower, I would hate to think what the Giants ones would do with 80,000 litres of... But I can't imagine in real life, all of these lorries are always jam-packed full. I mean, I would imagine pig food gets taken on pallets, so if it is, I can't imagine any lorry company taking a half-full container. I mean, if you can almost get 3. I mean, these are big pallets now. I think we're reversing. So I don't know. Is it lifelike physics, or are Giants gonna step too far? That's my question. It is really. I'd imagine we need to. Let's concentrate on the job at hand. That 70 tonner, I'd imagine, is not touched. Always put some in. Perhaps so that suggests this is full. Well, yeah, as close as possible. Yeah, because he's put about 8 tons or something in that. What? No, 43. That's a full load. No, I think that was. It's just put that load in. We saw. Then it's going back to the unloading in this one. Must do that cleanup as well. I knew the sugar beet would take a while, so because it's yeah. Mind you, the taters did. They took the whole session. That's what when I'd not even done the tater field, I thought, yeah, you're going to need another session, so don't sweat it about the straw. But I haven't got very much further on the straw. I could, of course. Set the baler. A clever person would do. We've got quite a lot of field to do. At least for it to make a start. Nah. It's true, we could. A person who would. It is true. You've got to think about these things, haven't you? Really. But I was trying to assist, but again, I should know better, really. Right. So then we need to grab you, the baler, and you really got to switch your lights on us again. I didn't start everyone's engines. So I got a bit. Not really finished properly, have we? Not that I imagine for 1 minute. The trouble is, you say that we're feeding 2 biogases. So if we were trying to single-handedly do as much straw ourselves from straw-related crops, even you could say we probably grew the sunflowers on purpose. That was our purpose, because we know that it grows such a lot of straw if you use the right header. It shreds and leaves a lot of. I'm trying to think of the right fibre. I keep saying fibre, and I think fibre's not a bad sort of term. It uses leaves the fibre, because it's not really straw per se, is it? It's more like, I mean, they do go fairly dry, so there is sort of fibrous roots that I doubt very much would go as thin as this. But again, I do like this. In FS19, when they had the enhanced, the straws were all different. It said canola straw, it said. I like the fact that someone's decided, look, it's just straw for simplicity, the same as we all know. DD Mod Passion's got it right. There's lots of different seed types. You can't use carrot seeds to grow. We all know that. It's a convention. Because it would get quite difficult for us as virtual farmers. I mean, I know there's lots of things like object storage and that, but can you imagine just grabbing your carrot seeds out? And I know it's been done. I think DD Mod Passion has done that. It's the proper seeds. Now, I love realism, but there's a certain degree of realism that sort of has to be, that because of the game not being like real life and things being more tricky to do. I think Giants have got it right that there is a convention for seeds. We know it's not as it should be. We all know that, but we all are quite happy. Most of us are quite happy that it's like that, because I can't imagine how many sort of seeds you must be trying to unload. Oh, it's easy to grab the here's this and help. Then you don't lose the worker. Oh, okay. I'm surprised at that. Nearly did it. Hello. Oh, why did you try and unload? You've got nothing in there. That's another thing that Causeway started to do. It randomly comes. I used to think it was because it was getting full, but then I check and it's got nothing in it. Let's have a look. It must have put. Yeah, I've got it. It'll have put some. We saw there was only 43 tons, and I reckon it's gone there first because we moved that. Yes, it has. And then we're marooned in a way. I could reverse, but it'd take a while. So let's wait until that's. Patience is really the key to this situation. We sort of cleaned up. There's a little bit of residue, but it is true. Yeah, if you were feeding 2 BGAs, I mean, let's be honest. I'd imagine feeding one's difficult enough. But I mean, we've sort of given ourselves the task of trying to feed our businesses, even growing crops, especially for it, which I've never done that before. But if that was your business, and they are monstrous businesses, then you would do your best. So this straw then becomes quite valuable. It's your only opportunity to sort of like feed yourself before you start buying externally, which is of course always dearer. Although I'd imagine straw of all products, but again, that's not the only thing a PGA actually gets fed with, is it? Really, there are lots of things. I never did repair that damage that plough did that day when we did the grass field. Ooh, yeah, I was going to say you can't tangle with bales. They'd steal the king of the roost, the bales. Right, so there's other than little tiny snippets, we've done a fairly good job of doing this one. I'm happy to move on. Yeah, the worst one was the first field because I actually did do almost all of that first field where I says, "Oh, I can't do this," but I actually did, apart from the one that we actually were close to. Yeah, the other side to that. So there's only on that field, as much as I said, "Oh, I'm not going to do it," I actually did do it. Yeah, and that one, again, there's only little snippets of straw, which it is what it is. Yeah, there does have to be a point that you say, "No, that's it. I can't go beyond that point. It's just too silly." Right. So we need to. Did we put the header away yet? No, we didn't. We can leave this trundling. So we want 462. We'll just clean this up while we're here. It seems a bit sensible to me. Clear, load, activate. And will you listen to us? You have. It seems to have a really weird glitch now. When it first starts courseplay, like it's like not quite liking things. It's hard for me to sort of put into words. It glitches nearly every single time that you come onto the game now. But I'm not blaming. Again, it's a mod and it's a very complicated oh, well, of course I do. Now this one, you got. Oh no! That's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to select the header. This one seems to like you to press it on with it up, and then you go down. A lot of them like it in the down position for you to switch it on. So it's strange with lights. Let's get these corner switches done. Yeah, this has always been my dilemma. Is it worth? This is a beast. This is obviously one of the Unreal headers, and hence the fact that I can zip across the field as if like nothing is at full speed. Yeah, it's sort of nice. I can see what the allure is of the. But I'm trying to play realistically, but it's hard to like slow down. So I think it's 14, 15. It's not much faster, but or is it? Is it 10? I'm not sure. Right, anyway, let's go back into that time lapse. I think we're going to do this draw in another session. I don't think we're going to like. So really, I suppose there's no. I did want to do the animals. It's 12, and our animals. Luckily, we feed them very well, so it's not like they're starving or anything. But I don't like this. Where we, mind you, I did feed the chickens. As I said, I always, when I jump into that one, I always like tip until we run out the tipper, then I'll continue to do that. And of course we have got some wheat, but I think the wheat is really for Cavalier Roy's, which I haven't forgotten that. So I think we're going to do it next session. I think we'll get all of the harvest out of the way, and then it leaves us all the winter to actually get everything done. There's a lot of work to do on the farm before I pass the reins over to somebody else. Right, smashing. Yes, this is even bigger than Rombos because we've got more fields. With Rombos having massive fields, I didn't want too many. We had about 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little house on the prairie, 5 fields in total, I think. Yeah, we did. They were all monsters. The smallest one was the sugar beet fields, and that was huge, very long. The grass field, I called it Little House on the Prairie because it wasn't a field, it was a prairie. It was just so huge, you could not call that a field. I was trying to avoid you, but you've now come for me, so. Should be alright to leave this here. And bring the trailer to it. Yeah, let's drop it for now. We'll pick it back up and do it when we need to. Let's switch you off. I'm happy with you. Thank you very much. You did a cracking job. And Ray, I'd imagine you'll get close. With a 2 or 3, and then of course that cleanup that needs sort of doing. So right, where were we? We set the harvester. We set the right now, I believe. Where did we leave? No, we did. We're back on the farm, aren't we, with the cab over? We're just about to reverse. I remember. Yeah. Let's get this job done and get those pigs fed. Hopefully this other 8. I don't think I've ever done 80 tons before. I usually do 50 tons. It's yeah, this is, I've never known anything like it. Didn't even touch the sides. But it's the capacity. Yeah, I mean, it just looks bad on us that we're not feeding our pigs. There's really an awful lot of pig food in there. It's just, it's not making much of a dent because the capacity is so large. Let's see. I knew that'd be in the way little, but not an insurmountable thing. I think it, like I said, really, it's no better than the silo because it's all storages and mixing. Right, now we need to go a little bit more to sort of partially break my reverse. Start to turn it around a little. It's not gonna. I'm not sure if this should work. Yeah, it is. It's doing it. We might need to. For once, I'm quite pleased that we actually, or I actually thought of the fact that, yeah, when we got this end, it would need that. So I'm quite pleased. My virtual farming, it was really not bad. So you've got, yeah, it's done 1. Ooh, wow. Excellent. Right, I think we're going to take over because we're going to switch the lights on. We're not silly. We don't like working in the dark. Let's grab these little clean-up bits, and then I think we'll do both the feeding of the animals. We'll just finish the harvest off, and then we can crack on with the more important. Well, it's not more important, obviously. Your harvest is the basis of the farm. If you're into arable, which we are, in a massive way, I think in a bigger way, as I've just said, than any other farm I've done, that this is huge. Definitely bigger than even Rombos is, and that's saying something. Because Rombos, in my eyes, still is the epitome of a massive farm. I mean, I suppose Neverland was big though, thinking about it. Yeah, we did. On Neverland, we owned the bottom half of the map by one field. I don't think I've ever, and one of them fields on Neverland is half the map. I mean, half of the lower section is one field. So, yeah, true. I would say Neverland has got to have the must own that for having big fields. We also, Fox Farms was fairly hefty too. Just went in one of those audio dead zones where the sound goes completely bad. That's coming out of it now. Yeah, it's true, Fox Farms was big as well, but I kept it, although there were big fields, I kept it sort of quite reasonable, but we didn't go silly. Oh, I don't know, we did on that in the end, the last year, we did sort of go really big. I can't remember if we actually, I pulled Fox Farms a little early. I think we did the harvest though. Yeah, that's true. Let's lift that. I think we should just stick these straight in, really. I think that's a sensible person being this close to the silo might actually do that. Not that I'm a sensible person, of course. Often a nonsensical person. Or a nonsensible person. Probably the better way to put it. Yeah, we all have our little tiny moments of madness, don't we really? Silliness. My daughter was talking to me about bad drivers yesterday. She's not long past her test. She's not a bad driver. She's sensible. She's a lady, so therefore, obviously, statistics say that ladies are more sensible drivers than gents. Although I have seen that doesn't mean to say there are no bad lady drivers. 'Cause I have seen a few, as well as a few men drivers. Like, this is not getting into sexism. It's just saying that whether you're a man or a woman, you can be a silly driver. But also, you can have your moments. We all have bad days where you literally... Did that actually finish that? No, it didn't. It did do some of it. It did do some of that bit. There was like an entire tail and half of that tail's gone. So that's a bit bizarre. Unless, of course, I read the course wrong. It is possible. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's sort of made my job much less. So, fantastic. We've just got that patch there to do, which that's going to not take long. And this last little slither all the way around the field. Or no, we did some of it, so actually halfway around the field. So, not bad. I'm looking forward to seeing how well we did with the sugar beets. I don't think much different to the Thames. Oh, we've got that straw as well. I'd forgotten about that one. Yeah, the other canola fields. So there will be another straw session, definitely, because we're not going to finish. We've got all the bales to pick. I mean, that was the other thing about Brombos. Baling on Little House on the Prairie. It was a major... that was quite daunting. When you looked out and saw the sea of bales, you could see, even with the way that the game renders the objects, you could just make out all of the bales were like hundreds of little dots. And I had exactly the same baler as I've got now, doing the biggest bales in the game. I mean, other than, yeah, the quick bale, that sort of cheats, and you can use the selectable bale size. Again, for realism, I go for the real biggest size rather than a pretend biggest size. It's not. It is sort of cheating, but I mean, I can understand why people do it. But then you don't get an idea of what a big field really would do if you like a cheating. So I just think, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's do this. And I think that 70 tonners full. We can. Yeah, let's get this last. Oh, we've gone into that audio dead zone again. Which makes my harvester sound like it hasn't got any sound to it. Now we've gone out of it. Yeah, there's quite a few little weirdnesses about the map, which Cavalier has done something unique. I mean, it's a 4x map, but it's like a 4x map of stitching 4 maps together. I would imagine that's not an easy thing to do, and to do well. It seems not a bad job. There was a bit of scar which he sort of grassed over with the updates. I've seen it, but you can still make out it's there, but only because I know it was there. So there's a bit of tearing where the map seems to be trying to... I mean, there's these audio dead zones, definitely, which are... I've seen them on other maps. Western Wilds had a bad square that was... just didn't like to grow anything. We had to sell the square back. I bought another square because he just didn't like it. I called it the Bermuda Triangle, but it is true, it's a real thing. Yeah, I was trying to go for a pretty pattern and it didn't work because this square was bad, so I had to choose another one. Right. Yeah. It makes me feel my harvester's not on though, it's a bit strange. I should have done that. Keep catching the edge. You can see where you caught these sugar beets. Got to think a bit better. Pull straight out, and then afterwards you can do your turning. Like now, you live and learn. Hopefully. I would like to, because you see, I always presume that the Colossus is right, because it's taken from a model that really is a sugar sugar beet harvester. So the one thing it should do well is sugar beets. Really, I ought to try this against the vegetable harvester for the vegetable section of this when I'm doing vegetables. Obviously, I'm not doing vegetables at the minute, but yeah, when dead zone. Yeah, it is true. It would be nice to see, because I presume it's all right. And then, unless you've done it with another harvester, you don't know. But I would presume that this, the panther or the tiger, it really is deep down, that it works with sugar beets without damaging the crop, whereas the Mark IV, the T440, really does damage just about every kind of crop that it does, which surprises me, because what does the T440 actually do, really? The Giants version. Oh, that's right, 70 tons. Let's stick this all in here and we'll see if we can get it all in here. I think it's a 400 ton limit. I think so. I think we did it twice. So it's 240. It wasn't quite 240. One was 120, one was 114 or something like that. Ooh, brakes early. Ooh, no. Now I do realise that's real, and again, a lot of this is because physics were wrong. In your head, you get to know how 70 tons, if you use a 70 tonner a lot, when you need to brake. But then when they change it, because 70 tons is now heavier, you need to brake sooner. And I did start quite a long way back. Yeah, but it still didn't quite stop. So not quite got it right. But magic braking distance is a funny thing, and when mass is an important factor of that. So yeah, it is true. Right, 52 tons as well. Excellent. Yeah, very pleased with the Colossus. Yeah, I do like scientifically to do tests. It did take me a while to get around to doing the T440 because I thought it was fixed, but it really was as bad as it was a long time ago. Yeah. I was thinking about why though, why? And I was thinking about header design. I was thinking about a comment I made a few sessions ago about when I in the early days of FS22, when the Allstoft came out, I did it manually because I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. Unbeknown to me, even though it looked like I wasn't damaging the crop, I was damaging the crop because the game glitched and I had to go to a backup save, which meant I had to do the work again because of one of the first silence update thing. The Giants did, and I don't think it was silent back then. I think it actually told you, and you needed to. It said, "All right, I'm updating your game files, blah blah blah," like it used to before they got. We're not telling you anymore. We're going to do it secretly. Right? Yeah, let's finish the story. It's true. Yeah, so otherwise it makes no sense. So yeah, I did the test. Obviously, had to do it again. This time I chose the worker to do the work. Now I got a lot more sugar cane. The second time round, I thought, oh, hang on a minute, so I must have damaged the crop then. So if you imagine the Mark IV, I said about a turning circle, there's a bit of a turning circle on the edge of the thing. Now I'm sure he's done that, but what I mean is, if he's not quite done his header right for the different crop types, and it damages partially, then it wouldn't take much to damage an awful lot of field. And I know that from the day that I did it with the Allstoft, because I thought I was working perfectly well. It looked, I was trying to pay attention to not destroying. So I think Giants got that one wrong. That's why I always let sugarcane, the little sugarcane harvester, always leave it in the hand of workers, because workers don't damage the crop, whereas you do. And even with the best will in the world, you think you're doing a cracking job, and you're really not. You're trampling and crushing and just catching it every time you turn around, and before long you've lost 3 tons of crop. So that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit like that. So I'd imagine the Mark IV, it must be fairly destructive, because it's about, you're getting about 2/3, half to 2/3 of your crop, which is a severe amount of loss, really. So yeah. Right, anyway, how well did we do? So we want to be looking at, we've got, yeah, we have actually got it over there, haven't we, as well? Let's have a look at how well we did on this one. 41 tons. Did we empty it out? I don't think we can have done. Switch the engine off though. So nearly 42 tons of canola. We have got a lot of, yeah, we have, but we did it for the pigs. So let's not like change the goalposts. Something I don't like doing that. If you make a goal, stick to it. Yeah, well, it's not going to melt, but it might actually take it to. Oh, I forgot to take the header off, so I'm pushing it along. There you go. It's very important. We now broke 42 tons. So there you go. 42 tons in here. How much have we got in? I will put this in the silo, but let's have a look. We want the field silo, which is quite a lot down. Let's hide inactive. No, let's not for this, actually. That might be a bad idea. Tiny silo, that's not the right one. I think it's higher. Production shed is busy trundling along, as you'd imagine. And you're going to need to upgrade that, really. That's the garden. Yeah, we need to put some sugar in there, don't we? And then to do the yeast. So we're gonna choose to send. We ought to check that quickly. That we haven't got any sugar beet telling to go. We didn't leave it from last year or something silly. Yeah, it's not on. Yeah. Priority is for those who don't know, I had to do some looking up for this. Priority 10 is the lowest. And it always starts on the lowest priority. Priority 1 is the highest. So that's how it works. Storing. We've not got it on. Yeah. Oh, wow, we did actually fill that. That's the field silo. So we did 400 tons. That could mean that our last thing didn't actually empty right, and I didn't see it. Huh. Okay, no, we managed just to beat it by 7 litres. So just short of 400 tons of sugar beet, which to me seems about right for that. I can't remember what we got last year doing it the other way. That's a slightly bigger field, and I can't remember what of them which is the better. That one definitely. That one's quite nice. This one is less nice. It's really quite awful actually. The best way to click it is if I do that, it shows you, doesn't it? Oh, it's 2 though. Yeah. That's it. That was the thing with all of these. It was a bunch of fields rather than a single field at a time, which is why we got so many fields. Right, so 400 tons of sugar beets and 43 tons of canola. Did I say? Yes, I did. So that's it. So yeah, all that remains to be said is obviously there's a shed load of bales, and obviously the bale are actually finished, apart from the cleanup. So I will get the cleanup done. I think we're going to grab loose now. I think we'll get the rest done loose, and then we'll get the. Although actually, no, because you can't tell the baler to do those tidy up jobs. Yeah, you can't do those, unfortunately. So it's all on me that what's left, apart from all the canola feed, which we'll set the baler going on that. I might actually shift it across off camera in a minute, so that again, because I have to. This is Rombos was the same. Such a big farm, you've got a prep. You have there's an awful lot more prep than there is on other farms where you just saunter out the farm and you're straight on the field. You're a small farm, but this is not like that. Yeah, it's not. That's a lot of weight in there. I would imagine that's probably roughly correct with physics. Trying to go around the corner a little bit. Oh, I thought I cleared that. Not bad. Bad day at the office. Now we've washed this, we ought to use this for grabbing the. It's one of the best designed. I think it is, if I'm honest, the best designed. I think it's cheeky. I would imagine it's only really a 35 tonner doubled to 70. I can't imagine looking at the how. It's not even terribly tall. Yeah, I would say looking at that 40 tonner, it's that's probably not far off. Right, if we put these two together, would be the best way to truly show it one trailer against another. It's about exactly the same. Yeah, it is actually. In fact, the 40 tonner is slightly bigger, 48 tonner. So I would say that my guesstimate at 35 tons was probably about right. So yeah, we know, everyone knows it is cheeky, and it's obviously doesn't even go the full length of the thing. So to be honest, to be 70 tons, it'd have to be almost twice as tall or slightly longer, and it is already quite a long trailer. So yeah, I've always known it's cheeky. And again, it's a degree of cheekiness I'll put up with, but yeah, it's not silly, and it doesn't say unreal. That's what always I go, no. Yeah, the only thing that says cheaty is one of the lorries, which is 600 horsepower, which wouldn't be in real life. And I think, well, yeah, but I could chip it. I could chip it to be 600 horsepower, so why would I really worry about that? Let's just, yeah, leave that ticking down. Right, so all that remains, I think, for seeing everything. One thing I'd like to do is just like to show this so that we can see all of the purple. Yay! Finally, we have harvested. That took some doing. So Rhombos was not anywhere near that size. So I've got to say, Neverland and this are probably the largest that we've ever done, or I have ever done in the game. So it is. I mean, 463 is a really big field. I can't remember how big Rhombos was. It was like 17 hectares, or is it more than that? You can't tell. 10.67 hectares. Yeah, Rhombos was bigger than that. The grass field. It was, I think, almost double. So if you imagine a grass field that big, that's big. That's monstrous, and that's that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, 10, 20 odd. I think it was about 17 hectares, so almost that size of that one big field was Little House on the Prairie. You could not see down the bottom. Literally, you could only see to see all of your sea bales. You had to like move a little. You couldn't see it all from the farmhouse. If you was halfway in the field, you could look all the way around, see everything. But it really was. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get those. Yeah. Might get the front ones. Well, no, it's getting them all. Fantastic. So how much? Let's have a look, because we have sort of technically now fed the pigs. It's one less to worry about. Will we see them in the green? Oh no, we won't. Gordon Bennett. Well, no, they are in the green. Total capacity effectiveness is and going up is green now. Straw is, we feel that. Slurry, we need to get on with animals, and these are still very happy. Water. It's about 50 odd, 50 litres per day. I'm not sure about that one, whether that this time was right. That should be, yeah, so 260 tons. It's not surprising that 80 tons doesn't really, I mean, I would say there's probably another 80 tons could go in that to make that field. So this is in green, yeah, the total bar is green. But the capacity is orange. We've got yet to do that. So I said we're not starving them. Obviously, the capacity of this is tremendous. And these should be, well, they've gone down a little since when I did it, but yeah. So the animals really, not like we need to worry, but I think we'll use the 70 tonner. So next session we have all of that straw work to do. Yes, that's going to be a monster session in itself. Grabbing those bales in. I'd imagine if we look now, we didn't do too much baling though. The bigger baling session was last session, but I would say it's probably double what we see bales produce in the session. Only 28 big bales. I'd say the last session was like double that. We did the 2 sunflower fields, or did we? We finished the second sunflower field off this time. So. Right, but that's yet to come, the fun of that. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you will stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.